Welcome, and thank you for joining us here on stage. Obviously, experts in Turkey's super yacht industry, and it'd be really interesting if you could just, for the audience, just to introduce yourselves briefly.
Good morning, everybody. This is Begüm. Today, I represent Turkish Yacht Tourism Association. I'm the president of Turkish Yacht Tourism Association, but as everybody knows that I'm the CEO of group of Begüm Yachting in the same time.
Great.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I would like to welcome all of you. I'm Efe Ülken. I'm the founder of Ülken Law, based in Antalya and Istanbul. And now we have an office in Hamburg as well, but I am not here today not only as a yacht lawyer, but I am also the member of the vice president of Antalya Free Zone Business People Association. And yeah, that's it.
Great.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. My name is Deniz Akaltan. I'm Marina director at Yalıkavak Marina and working over there. And I'm sure that all of you already know the Yalıkavak Marina, and we are very happy to be sponsor of this huge organization and to be here.
Excellent, and we're thrilled to have you all. So just to set the stage, I just want to ask you how your specific segment performed in the past year, and if there's anything stand out that really defined the performance in 2024. Let's start with you, Begüm.
Okay. Good morning, esteemed members of yachting industry. Welcome to vibrant city of Istanbul one more time under the organization of Superyacht Summit. So I would like to say thank you to all the team, and I'm very, very much honored to be under the roof of every one of you. Welcome to Turkey again, and thank you for joining here today. So about 2024. First of all, 2024 was not expecting such an attractive season, but to be honest, according to last 10 months numbers, the yachting tourism is increased 7% more if we compare with 2023. The reason of this, of course, the war is affected Turkey's yachting potential in a good way. So I don't mean that war is a good thing. We are not happy with this, but actually, so because of the sanctions, the Russian clients had to stay in Turkish waters. So this make us quite busy in 2024 because more and more people are coming. But this is not the only reason. Because everybody has an intention that Turkey is very popular because of Russians. This is not true. Please don't forget that Turkey has the longest coast in the Europe. So we have not much marinas like Europe, but we are developing. We are building more and more. And so Turkish tourism income in general, according to the last 10 months, is about $47 billion. And 25% of this came from yachting industry, which means about $25 billion. So I may say that we are quite happy with the business we did in 2024.
Strong, absolutely. And Efe, in terms of building and the Antalya Free Zone, let's talk a little bit about that, because of course that's a big...
First of all, in Turkey, a country with rich maritime heritage, the super yacht industry has one of the most prestigious industry in the sector, and it stands as a proof to our expertise in technology, design, and craftsmanship on a global scale. We'll discuss at this event all of them on a global scale. And I'd like to welcome everyone to this great event. I hope everyone will enjoy and it will be a productive meeting. I have a presentation. Let me do it as well if you want. Maybe after Deniz Bey I can do it, or now I can.
You can absolutely do it now, yeah.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Can I use it?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yes, I told you before, I will talk about the free zone, the Turkish super yacht industry here today, and I want to start with a question. And I think the answers are, as we all know, the super yachts are valuable assets, and therefore the location where they build is very important. And so I want to start with this question, and I believe that the answers are not only important for the the yacht owners, for the shipyards and all stakeholders of the industry. And I think the answer is very important for us to understand Turkey's strategic role of the super yacht industry. And what is the best location to build a super yacht? I think when firstly selecting the ideal location for super yacht building, several key factors must be considered to ensure operational efficiency, and the cost effectiveness and the competitiveness in the market is very important. As you see, there are some factors: strategic location, infrastructure and technological capabilities, access to supply chain, skilled workforce, market access and legal certainty, environmental factors and economic viability also important. And in conclusion, we can easily say that all these factors collectively ensure that a shipyard can operate efficiently, maintain highly production standards and meet market demands, ultimately driving long-term success in the super yacht industry. And considering all of these important factors, the location of building a super yacht, let's look at the Turkey's strategic position and the strategic roles of the super yacht industry. In Turkey, we have many benefits, many opportunities. You know that prime geographical location is very important for us, for the shipbuilding, the yacht building, and also we have some cost advantages. And reputation for custom-built excellence is also important, and Turkey is ranked among the top yacht building countries globally, with many award-winning projects completed by its shipyards. Excuse me. And we have advanced free zones, and I will also talk about it later. And skilled workforce and craftsmanship also important, and we have skilled workforce and with expertise in naval engineering, interior craftsmanship and advanced manufacturing techniques. And the Turkish government, we can say that Turkish government actively supports the maritime and yacht building industry as well. When we look at the chart, as you can see, Turkey is one of the top builders according to the order in 2023, but we don't have any information right now about this year, but we can easily see that the industry is growing in Turkey. And in conclusion, we can say that Turkey's strategic role in the super yacht industry is underpinned by its geographical advantages, skilled workforce, and the craftsmanship. And as you see, the industry is growing and day by day. So when we come to free zones, the free zones are important for the super yacht building as well, because the free zones have tax benefit and they have cost efficiency, access to global markets are also important, and you can easily reach when you want in the free zones, which have capabilities like Antalya free zone and Kocaeli free zone as well. When we look at the free zones in Turkey, we have 19 free zones, but two of them, Antalya and Kocaeli free zones, are the main free zones which have many shipyards. And Antalya is a major global player at the industry, and the Kocaeli free zone is serving, ranging, designing, and building high-end yachts and refit projects. And I want also, as a lawyer, want to talk about some important things, because alongside of all of these, there's something that I emphasize, and the legal framework is also very important for an investment, not only for the shipyard industry, because if you if you want to construct a building, construct a factory as a foreign investor, it's same like yacht building. I think so, because the law is very important, and ensuring investment security, contract enforcement, and commercial regulation also important. If you want to build a ship, build a yacht in some market, some country, you want to see the investment protection. That's why they are all important things that as a lawyer I can say. So, and I also want to say that legal protection leads to the functionality and growth of the superyacht industry. And when looking at the Turkish maritime law, Turkish Commercial Code covers a wide range of maritime issues, including the yacht ownership, charter agreements, shipbuilding contracts, and maritime lines as well. And as a yacht lawyer, I can say that Turkish courts also well-equipped courts and handle superyacht disputes related to the contracts. And I have been closely following the superyacht industry worldwide around 15 years. We all witnessed how are becoming increasingly larger each year. I see many colleagues here from various countries, and I have experienced firsthand that the Turkish laws provide the opportunity to express ourselves effectively for everyone in the industry. And let me finish with an example. A shipyard that one of our clients faced additional tax liabilities by a Turkish government, Turkish tax authority, related to the yacht building, and the tax authority demanded additional taxes from our client. And we took the matter to the court. Although for instance court rejected our claim, the High Court eventually decided that the matter was specifically related to yacht building and required a different assessment. The case was ultimately resolved in favor of the shipyard, which is our client. And moreover, a legislative amendment was introduced reflecting the perspective we advocated during the case, and I can confidently say that the access to justice in matters related to superyacht industry in Turkey has improved over time. Thank you for listening.
That's great, thank you.
May I add one thing to my colleague's speech?
Please do, yes.
About the numbers. So, according to last updated numbers, Turkish yacht building is the second largest super yacht builders in worldwide, and we already passed Netherlands, and we are trailing Italy. Turkey's shipbuilders are the second biggest shipbuilders worldwide. So congratulations all the shipbuilders of Turkey, they're our pride. Thank you.
Absolutely. And Deniz, you know, I think it's quite interesting. We're here from different parts of the industry, and from a marina perspective, how can you all work together to kind of increase the ecosystem, bring more people to Turkey? How can you all work together and be more symbiotic in that way?
Actually, after the pandemic, we are, I can easily say that we are the luckiest part of the sector in Turkey. Unfortunately, we don't have enough accommodations for the boats in Turkey. We need more marinas all around the Turkish coast. And with the marinas that we have now, during the summer season, all of them are full. And only a few marinas can give the quite well service for the super yachts because of the superstructure. And as you know, that Yalıkavak Marina is a little bit differentiated with the other marinas because of its atmosphere and the shopping mall with premium brands and so on. And because of that, we were very lucky during the last year. 2024 was a good season, but if you compare it with 2022, we had less boats, less super yachts than 2022. It was a peak season, peak year, just after the pandemic. And as Ms. Begüm mentioned that after the sanctions, okay, we have more Russian boats in Turkey which they are winterizing, but they are not sailing, they are not traveling, they are not visiting other ports, and we prefer the other one, actually. And also, after the war at the south side of Turkey, and there are a lot of cancellation with the Jewish-owned boats and Jewish-crewed boats, unfortunately. It's another political issue that we are facing of right now. But still, with the numbers, we can say that the sea tourism in Turkey, 25% of income is a huge income with these very few facilities. So it's so easy to double it up, maybe triple it up, with a very easy investments in Turkey. And I think our next target for the coming 10 years must be like this, because everything is changing very fastly in the sector, in the business, and the super yachts, their designs and their needs, the service requirements are changing very fastly. So for the updated services and updated facilities, we have to start working from now.
What kind of strategies do you think that can be adopted so that you can evolve to those changes?
First of all, the crew needs and super yacht needs, the fueling needs also, it's going to change very fast. We are talking about methanol. We are talking about battery powers. We are talking about the hydrogen-powered boats right now. And 5 years ago, it was a kind of dream that we were talking about, but right now we have boats, such a boats which they are sailing around, and they are right now building in the shipyards. So the marinas has to be prepared for this kind of new upgrades. And unfortunately, when you would like to change something with the superstructure in the marina, it's very difficult.
Yeah.
Because our rules and the regulations, it's very limited, and you have to follow, you have to avoid. And when you try to change, there are a lot of bureaucracies, a lot of paperwork, and it takes time. So without thinking, I think from these days we have to start this conversation.
And ideally, how would you see the market, all of you actually, this is to all of you, how would you see the market evolving in the next 3 to 5 years so that you can attract more international clients, that the infrastructure is happening? What an ideal world would be start now to let those things happen in the 3 to 5 year time scale?
Actually, it's sure that super yacht numbers and their lengths are getting much and much bigger very fastly. And Mediterranean will be always the most popular super yacht destination in the world, because even the South Europe, North Africa, and the Eastern Mediterranean, I think that it's the most popular part of Mediterranean, is always going to be the top one destination for sailing around. And we are very lucky because we are on the east side of the Aegean Sea, which is a proper sailing destination during summer season, with a long season, with a very calm weather conditions and so on. One side is the European Union, the other side is Turkey. It's a very different culture. And with just sailing 10 miles, you can have 2 different countries with a lot of similarities. And we can say that Turkey will be more important during the next 3 years and the 5 years. But not only the marinas, behind the marinas on the hinterland, we have to create new, very selective services. Mm-hmm. Because while the boats are getting bigger, the customers' needs and the service requirements getting differentiated. And we have to be prepared on that with the luxury car services, with the luxury helicopter transfers, and the luxury restaurants. Okay, on Bodrum, at Bodrum, we are very lucky. On the north part of the peninsula, we have very luxury hotels, a lot of luxury restaurants, even some of them in our marina. And when a boat comes with, let's say, selective customers on it, we can give that service. But it should be all around the Turkish Aegean coast and even the western side of the Mediterranean coast.
Yeah, actually, you've half asked my question, but I'm going to just ask further. How can Turkey, Begüm, further enhance its reputation internationally to bring more of those clients here to visit?
Okay, so Turkey is a developing country. Yachting is also developing very fast, especially after the pandemic, because Turkish government take a very quick decision to open the borders for the foreigners. So this was a big opportunity for yachting, because nowhere else in the world was available to make a charter or sailing. Only Turkey was available. That time we had a big chance to have all the clients who ever actually never visit Turkey before. Because most of the super yachts used to prefer French coast, Italian coast. Rarely they used to come to Turkey. But that time they did come, and they just experienced what a beautiful country we are having, what a long coast we have. Turkish coast is about 830 kilometers. So we have 163 bays that you can stay on anchor. And we have, on the coastline, we have very well-equipped marinas. Okay, at the moment we have 63 marinas. Maybe we don't have much marinas like Europe, but the marinas we have, the facility-wise, they are very well equipped. And to be honest, for instance, on the Aegean Sea, there are a lot of Greek islands, but the marinas are not proper. And on the Aegean Sea, the wind comes from north in the summer. Am I right, Mr. Deniz?
Of course.
And it's very strong. And the mainland of Turkey protects the coastline. So this makes our country cruise safely in the summer. And marinas like Yalıkavak, very popular for the tourists, not only for berthing, only for entertainment. And as Mr. Deniz said, we have a lot of luxury and international chain restaurants, boutiques all along the coast. So this made us very popular. And they understood that they can find the same standard of service, entertainment, even in Turkey. The only point was the provisioning. So, the super yachts had at the beginning a little bit problem by finding the same quality of provisioning in Turkey. But what we did, we of course upgrade ourselves. We learned, because we were not expecting that much larger yachts coming with demands in Turkey. Then we learn. And if we cannot find anything in Turkey, we can just bring yacht in transit to Turkey, just directly delivering to the boat, which government allows this. It was not allowed before. Even the alcoholical drinks are allowed at the moment to be delivered on the super yachts or any yacht, foreign flag yachts. So government supports as well. So Turkey is really doing well. Even marinas, there are a lot of marinas under construction, and we need more yachts, because larger yachts are coming into the market. If Turkey wants to be the key player in the market, they only need more marina and more shipyards, because our marinas are organized for such a size up to 60 meters. But for larger yachts, we don't have enough berth. So we have to have a super yacht marinas. Then in the future, Turkey, I believe that with the quality of the service and the quality of the facilities, we will be the #1 in the Mediterranean.
Absolutely, I think there's a real possibility for that. So just to wrap up, guys, let's have a look into the future. Begum's told us that she thinks we're going to be #1 in a few years' time, and I think you're not wrong. There's a real possibility. Can you look into your crystal ball, perhaps, and see what might be the future for the industry here, in your opinion?
Yes, as a lawyer, we provide legal services to all stakeholders of the industry, shipyards, engineers, and naval architects. And I can easily say that the industry is growing, and we have trust. We know, as in Turkey, how to construct and how to serve. In tourism-wise, we have also Our own industry also one of the top in the world as well, in Europe, because it's preferring with everyone, with every tourist. I can say that if the government supports the industry like that, and I can easily say that they want to do it, because we also talk with the Ministry of Trade related to the shipyards by Antalya Free Zone Business People Association. We have also a commission that all investors are the members of these commissions in Turkey. That's why we talk with the Ministry of Trade to improve the rights and the other things for the industry. If it goes like this, I can easily say that if Begüm say, like Begüm say, we need the marinas and more shipyards as well. In Antalya Free Zone, we need more capacity to build super yachts. We need it, but I think it will come later.
Yes, so infrastructure is what I'm hearing from you guys, more yachting infrastructure in terms of marinas especially, and more shipyards, more building, more visitors. Is there anything else that you'd like to add before we wrap up this first session? And do we have any questions in our audience? We've got three incredible panelists here. If anyone's got any questions, put up a hand and we'll get you a mic. Anybody? Okay, well in that case, give a warm hand to our first session. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Okay, that's great. Thank you.
Sorry,
one more thing.
Sorry, the last thing. So about charter license.
Right.
Because this is the last thing we're gonna do. Today I'm representing Yacht Tourism Association, so I'm really very much honored to be personally to be the first person who decided to legalize chartering in Turkey. Then I brought it to our board, and with our board members, we work on it. We prepared the draft or the charter license in Turkey, and we proposed that to Ministry of Tourism 2 years ago. And some people think that it's not a good thing for Turkey, but you can all understand that we are not the decision maker of the numbers. We just wanted to legalize the Turkish chartering in Turkey. So we prepared the charter license draft and we proposed, and thanks God that it was accepted by the government. And now, so since last 2 years, it's applicable in Turkey. And on my side, because I'm an yacht agent and I'm a charter broker as well, I don't think this is a bad thing for Turkey, because we just divide the boats under 39 and above 39. For under 39 meters, so the boats don't need to take a charter license. The reason I'm just explaining this briefly and quickly, because still we are getting a lot of questions from brokers all over the world that they are not still sure how it works in Turkey. Foreign flag yachts under 39 meters, they cannot pick up client from Turkey, but they can drop off in Turkey. But they can come with their client on the boat. I'm talking about the charter yachts. They can come with the guests on board, and they can cruise in Turkish waters by paying 36 euro times length or roll of the boat. But all the commercial boats over 39 meters should get either 10 days or a month charter license to charter in Turkish waters. As long as they don't make a charter, they stay in the marina, they don't have to. As long as they don't have a charter, I want to make it very clear. No guests on board, they don't have to pay for the charter license. When they receive the charter, while they are waiting in the port, they don't have to pay for the charter license. They have to pay when they start the activity. But even though this is a question mark, if the boats should pay charter license fee when they come for refitting and for fueling. So most of the agents, if there are some here, knows that if you make it clear and you give a declaration that the boat is going for the shipyard or coming for the fuel without gas, the boat doesn't have to pay charter license unless comes without charter gas and goes for the shipyard. But I think this, we try to protect, first of all, Turkish flag boats. We want more Turkish flag boats in the market because, to be honest, we all know. So the marinas are full of foreign flag boats, but 60% are Turkish owner foreign flag boats. So the government tries to really push them to pass to Turkish flag because some, time by time, government let the Turkish foreign flag boats transfer to Turkish flag, but I see that most of them didn't so far. So we aim to have more Turkish flag charter boats in the market. That's why government is pushing that. For instance, I am not such a rich person, but with my own budget, I am building 35 meters, and this season she will be launched. Turkish flag, not foreign flag. I hope some of the investors will do the same, and we will have our own Turkish fleet with Turkish flag. Please, thank you.
That sounds great. Thank you very much, Begüm. And just before we go, very briefly.
Very sorry. I would like to add 2 sentences about this explanation, by the way. Thank you very much. I think it's going to be more clear if we can explain it like this. Before the charter license, government was planning to forbid the foreign flag yacht charter in Turkish ports. So with the charter license, we found a way to invite the foreign flag boats to Turkey. Because of that's very important. Only the missing part, we have to find a way to easier that the formalities and the paperwork. I'm going to assure that next season it will be solved out.
And that sounds like it's going to be another session in itself. So we will come back to that, I'm sure. But thank you guys for joining us so much. We are running out of time a little bit for this morning. So thank you very, very much. And thank you again, Begüm. David, thank you. Great to see you. Thank you, Deniz. Absolutely. Great.